Hello everyone, I'm FARMERSIM and welcome back to Pallegney. I do hope you're all doing very well and having a wonderful day. So here we are, episode 2. Let's get cracking. I've got to say a massive thank you to all of you for giving episode 1 the other day such a warm reception. I'm really glad you all enjoyed it. I, for one, am really keen to get my teeth into this series and get moving forward. So what have we got to crack on with today? Well, the first thing I really need to focus on is sorting the cows out. Obviously, they're brand new. Their health is at 0%. They're currently sat, at the minute as we speak, on 14,842 litres of meadow. But obviously, they need total mixed ration. We need to get their health built up to 100%, so they start producing some milk. They have started producing a little bit of slurry already and a little bit of manure, but obviously we need the milk so we can start putting it into our little cheese and milk production, butter production thing that we've got over here, our little production system joined onto the farm. But yeah, so we need some total mixed ration. Now, obviously, as a result of what we did in the last episode, Field 25, as it was given to us at the beginning of the game save, it had a load of bales in there, didn't it? So we got them picked up and we got them put into the TMR mixer here. So with the mixer's ready with some straw, but we need to get some hay and silage in here. Now, obviously, the silage is going to take a little bit of time to ferment, of course. There's a possibility that timing-wise, because I don't want to let the health, I don't want to lose any of my animals or anything, but there's a possibility I might need to buy in 1 or 2 silage bales, possibly, if the grass that we get wrapped in today's episode hasn't fermented in time. But I've got to try first, haven't I? So that's what we're going to be cracking on with. The 2 fields that we have in front of us here. This is field 32, is grass, and the field in the near distance there on its way to the viaduct, field 88. That is also grass, all ready to harvest. So field 88 there in the distance, we're going to cut that and bale it up and wrap it. And this field, we're going to obviously cut it, run it over with a tedder, pick it up in bale form, and get it all popped into the mixer here. So that's the plan initially. Now, I think I did. I think it was just down to the fact of where I was placing a bale, but I mistakenly thought that this mixer didn't take from the bale. But I have just tested something off camera, and it does actually take from a bale. I just dropped a silage bale here and popped it into here, and it did take it. So I'm hoping that that's going to be the case. It must have just been a case of where I was actually placing the bale. When I placed it here, it didn't do anything, but when I placed it here, it did. So yeah, hopefully moving forward, because I was trying to think about, oh goodness, have I made a mistake? Am I going to need to buy or at least lease a forage wagon, the cheapest forage wagon, the Pottinger, for a couple of €1,000 to get the hay picked up? But no, fortunately, it does take from the bale. So, and in that respect as well, it's taken one job off me hands in respect of having to load up a trailer. With the field being so close to the mixer here, I'll be able to just get this baled up and just pick the bales up and feed them straight into the mixer here without having to faff around with the trailer and moving them around on the trailer. But the field down the bottom of the hill there, that might be another thing. There's something for you, actually. Just a quick question. Has anyone else experienced that? I mean, look at the train there. It's kind of running at like 1 or 2 frames per second. It's really jerky and janky. My game is running perfectly smooth here, as you can see, but the train, and I found it on other maps as well, it's not just isolated to this map, it does it on Riverbend Springs as well. But it drives me potty. Even if I get in it and hire it and drive it along like I'm driving a tractor, the motion of it is still extremely, it's really, really bad. So it seems like to me it's some kind of base game problem, I think. Just curious if anyone else has experienced that. Let me know in the comments section below. Right, so grass work. Let's get down to it. Obviously we're in August at the minute. I've set it to 2-day months, but obviously that's not going to come into effect until next month. So yeah, and there's another thing actually that I wanted to just bring up that confused me a little bit in the map PDA, because obviously job-wise we've got, there's still a few things to do. I don't need to worry too much. Obviously, we've got this empty field here next to the farm. I don't need to stress too much about planting anything in there right this second, because planting season for the likes of wheat and barley doesn't commence till next month. So I'm not in any rush to get something into this field. But field 9 over here, our field of barley, is ready to harvest, but harvest season for barley ended last month, and we're now in August. So I'm not going to take the risk and run into September, assuming that barley will still stay there and be ready for me to harvest. I'm expecting that to wither anytime soon, especially if I go into next month. But it's fine now. So that is another job that I do need to cram into this game month, August, before we hit midnight. So we've got a lot to do. Well, say a lot to do. We've got a couple of fields to get done, these grass fields. And then after that, once this grass is all sorted, it's all baled up and wrapped and put where it needs to be, the next job will be to jump back into the harvester and get that barley picked up ASAP, just so that we don't lose out on that income and crop to get into the silo ready to get sold when it needs to be sold. So let's get the mower attached first. That's what we're going to do. We need to crack on and get this grass work done. Hello, mate. He's a noisy one, he, isn't he? So we do only have a little mower here. We've got part of the Class Disco pack. I didn't want to have a too much of a big mower on the farm. Obviously, I'm limited to power. Obviously, with the 2 tractors that we've got. Hello, where are you going? Crazy suicidal chicken. Running under the back wheels of my tractor, almost there. I think I will stick the weight on the back here, just to level it out a little bit. It is only a small tractor after all, isn't it? Need to give it a fighting chance. Let's get that unfolded. There we are. And get cracking with this. So, don't get me wrong. I know I can enter that field at any point, can't I? But I just much prefer entering fields at their designated points. So, there we go. Right, let's get that turned on. Get it dropped down. You know the score. Throw a bit of music behind this job. I'll see what I can cram into it. We might do the mowing and the tedding perhaps. But either way, I'll throw a bit of music along for the next few minutes, and I'll pick you up in a while. Right, welcome back everyone. So, mowing, tedding, all done. And as you can see, I'm out in the beast of a Fiat here, just running the windrower, getting this hay rode up, ready for a baling. Now, I do also have, I've made a bit of an executive decision over in the distance. You can't actually see him at the minute, but I've got the class hooked back up to the mower, and that's running infield 88 down there next to the viaduct, getting the grass mowed. Because like I said before, I've probably got more than enough time. It's 12:30 in the afternoon, but I do feel like I've got quite a bit to get done in this in-game day. Not only have we got to get this lot picked up with the baler, but also like what's going on down there, field 88, but we've also got to get the straw picked out of that field there that we harvested in the last episode, and get it, essentially just get these 3 fields boxed off, baled up, wrapped in the case of the grass over there in field 88, and taken to where they need to go. Now, we've got 80,000 litres of capacity in the mixer to our right there on the farm. So I've got, I'm hoping we're going to get somewhere near that number with the quantity of hay that we've got out of here, but I'm not too sure. We'll see where it takes us. But yeah, there's a lot of work to get done, and whether it gets done in this episode or not, I don't know. You know, like I say, I want to get the barley harvest done, make sure that we can get that safely stowed away and not withered away and lost. So that's what's going to be going on for a wee bit now. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to get these jobs done. I'll potentially get the baling done off camera as well, and pick you up when all the baling's done, and we've got a bale count to look at and see where we go from there. But also, I do want to, before I do crack on, I do want to also give a shout out and a massive thank you to everybody in the comments section of episode 1 of this series, who gave me a bit of insight into what the pallets were that I found in time-saving stock check. The cement bricks and the long planks and the prefab walls and the wood beams, etc. Apparently that's all to do with a secret quest that's on the map, which is really quite interesting. I was aware of something on the map in that respect, but I haven't given it any time to look at and understand. And so many thanks to all of you who let me know in the comments what it's all about. Apparently it's got something to do with a goat. It's got something to do with a statue. Whether that's a statue of a goat, I don't know, but and apparently something to do with praying to the statue and then going to somewhere and finding a secret door and going behind it, and apparently that's where those pallets are. And so so with that in mind, knowing now that it's not a mistake and that those pallets aren't a mistake that's in my inventory, as it were, I'm assuming that that's what you kind of meant to get from it. You know, the value of the reward for the secret quest is meant to be the value of the pallets that we've got in time-saving stock check. So if we have a look at that now, I mean, what have we got? We've got 16,000 euros worth of cement bricks. We've got 11,000, well, just under 12,000 of planks long. So that's 28 grand, 48 grand, including the prefab walls. And then, so 48, so just over 50 grand in pallets, which it's a lot of money, but it's not like other maps where you get, you know, you got to go out and collect 100 or so collectibles and you end up with, you know, 100,000, 200,000, if not more, deposited in your bank account. So I'm not going to obviously do that yet. We'll potentially go along with that one future episode, but again, let me know in the comment section below if you think I should go forward with that and benefit from the finances of that. Like I said, I know I said in the last episode that I wasn't going to profit from those because I initially thought it was a mistake, and if it was a mistake, I wasn't just going to, you know, benefit from the money of it. But if that's the case, like I say, if it's a secret quest and we maybe have a go of it and find this goat or this statue or whatever it is, 50 grand, you know, it's not too bad, is it really? Let's be honest. And it's pallets of stuff. It's actual stuff we can take to a sell point and sell, I'm assuming, if that's the way it works. So yeah, let me know if you think I should do it anyway. Let me know if you think I should go forward with that. I have done that in the past on other saves, haven't I? I did it on Riverbend, where I spent a few moments just whizzing around the map, finding all the collectibles, and we ended up with a couple of €100,000 in the bank, which gave me a bit of a kickstart. So yeah, let me know what you reckon. But either way, like I say, I'm going to crack on with this for the next couple of hours. I'm going to get this lot finished off. We'll get obviously the grass is being mowed over there. I'll run this windrower immediately when that grass is done, and we'll get the baler out, get all the bales sorted out, and I'll pick you up, no doubt, when I'm picking them all up in the class with the front loader equipment hitched up. There he is over there in the distance. I'm sure he's got a little bit of time, because that is quite a big field, to be honest. field 88. That's why I kind of figured I should maybe just get that running now and get it done. So yeah, right, so crack on, and I'll see you in a few hours. Just wanted to jump in and show you this while I'm around sorting the baling out. I wasn't going to pick up the camera until all this was done, but this really quite interested me because I've never had this before. But on this field, we have got exactly to the litre 15 bales. I've just been round and run round the outside of the field to make sure we've got every little bit of hay picked up out of the field. And as you can hear, sorry, the baler is beeping away. Look at the quantity. We've got exactly 100%. There isn't a single litre left on the field. So if I unload that bale there, I've just never had it before. It just really quite got me. I thought, yeah, that's really quite cool. Exactly 15 bales, not a single litre. Oh no, hang on a minute. There we are. That's a bit. We've got 4 litres left in the baler. All right, okay, fair enough. But still, not bad, eh? So 15 6,500 litre bales of hay takes the quantity from this field to 97,500 litres. So we've got enough hay to completely fill the TMR mixer for now anyway, with its first dose, and there'll be a couple of bales left over sitting in the storage ready to top those up. But yeah, like I say, just a quick interim jump in clip. Just wanted to show you that. It's really quite interesting, that. Right, just a quick update, show you where we're up to. As you can see, the Fiat is running ahead there with the baler, getting the bales all sorted in this field. I've got the wrapper, as you can see, getting the grass wrapped up. Now, bale count wise, as I said before, we got 15 6,500 litre bales off of the grass field next to the farm there, turned into hay. So we've got 97,500 litres of hay. I know I told you that before. So we can fill up the mixer there with hay and have a few sat in the storage. From the field that we harvested last episode, we got 14 straw bales at 7,500 litres a bale. So we've got 105,000 litres of straw there. So all of those are going to go and stock up the bale shed, as it were, because the mixer is full of straw. And so far, we've got 32 bales off of this field so far, but obviously the field's still going, so we've got a few more to get picked up. But I just thought I'd give you a quick update, show you where we're up to. It's 2:30 in the afternoon, so we're about an hour further on from where we were when I last said hello quickly, when I was mildly amazed at the accuracy of the amount that we got off that grass field. We got too much off it by 4 litres to make it exact, didn't we? But still, I've never had that such a close number before, so I just thought I'd show you that as I was doing it. But yeah, still got a little bit of time ahead of me for this. What I am going to do when this is done, I could use the trailer and obviously spend a load of time, hook up the front loader equipment to the class here, bring out the flatbed trailer and kind of load up the trailer with a load of bales and take them to where I need to take them to, which is literally just over there in the distance, isn't it? But what I think I'm going to do, because of the location, because it's not too far, and I think it might be a little bit quicker, especially with my my lack of talent when it comes to loading trailers, I think I'm just going to pick up the bales 2 by 2 and just run them to where they need to go to. Just go back in 2 and do it that way. I think that may well be a little bit quicker. So that's the plan. And obviously we'll use the bale spike for the hay bales and the straw, but then we'll pick up the bale grab and do it properly for the silage bales, because obviously we don't really want to be using a bale spike for wrapped bales, do we? So I shall crack on, get me head into all this, get all these bales wrapped up, and yet again I shall pick you up in a wee while's time. Look at the state of that train there. Funnily enough, actually, as I'm recording this episode, patch 1.6 has apparently been released. I'm in 2 minds whether to shut down the game and reload and update the game, or whether I just carry on with this one. But I am hoping that, because I haven't looked into great detail as to what the patch contains yet, but I have seen word of a few graphical improvements and some kind of graphics menu, graphics alteration thing in game menu. I'm not too sure yet, so don't hold me to that. But I'm really hoping that train is something that they have sorted, because it kind of does my head in a bit, to be honest. It looks awful, especially when I'm trying to kind of film my cinematics and the train appears in the background, and there it is, just kind of like jankying along. It looks a bit rubbish. Anyway, right, so, ladies and gentlemen, I'll pick you up in a wee while when all this is done. Right, all sorted now, ready to get picked up. I have just updated to patch 1.6, and there's the train directly in front of us, still jankying along, so I'm a bit gutted about that. It's, yeah, that hasn't seemed to have been something that's either A, been noticed or recognised and fixed, whatever, but hey-ho, it is what it is. Can't do much about that right now, but, like I say, we're in 1.6, and obviously I'm not going to go into too much detail regarding what the patch contains in this video, but we do have a couple of, the in-game graphics menu that has now been added, so if I pop just very quickly and show you this, because it's kind of cool. But down here, we've got now if you go to the general settings, we've now got graphic settings, which we could only access from jumping out of the game. So now we're in here, you can alter all your draw distances and stuff in game, which is great. One thing it has done though, because I do have the additional settings mod installed, I can't access that now, whether that's just because of the addition of the extra tab that's just come about here, but I can't access those additional settings. But I think the settings that it was set to are still set, if that makes any sense. So anyway, right, and I believe there is a few there's a few free bits of equipment that we've been given as well, which is great. But yeah, so anyway, need to stop faffing, don't I? We need to get these bales all picked up. So I am going to, I think I might pop this whole shebang into a bit of a time lapse, because this is going to take a good few minutes, isn't it? But I'm like I said before, whether I'm wrong or not, I don't know. But I think it could be less time for me to just run in and out of the fields here and just get these bales picked up and taken to where they need to go. We're going to pop all the hay into the storage here. All the silage bales have been wrapped. I think if I just, there we go, drop that down. I'm going to get this sticky bale problem again, am I? There we go. Nice. So yeah, I'll get all these loaded in. The silage bales have been wrapped, or the grass bales have been wrapped now, so they're all ready to be picked up. But like I said before, we'll be using the bale grab for that. Oh, goodness me, slow down a bit there. Right, so let's get cracking. Well, ladies and gentlemen, all I'm going to say about that is the magic of editing. That was a bit of a nightmare, quite frankly. You know, when you want to do... I kind of said to myself earlier on when I knew the update had come about, I thought, you know what, maybe I shouldn't. I should just leave it until I've recorded this episode and go from there. But then no, intrigue took me, and I thought, no, you know, what's the worst that can happen? So I updated the game, of course, and carried on as usual, but as I jumped into that time-lapse, I've had more game crashes, more game freezing, or a particular type of freezing than I've ever had so far in my entire history of Farming Simulator, I think. And it took me a very, very long time to isolate the problem. All in all, about 3 hours. So forgive me for cheaping out and using Universal Auto Load to finish off that bale picking up job. It was just having none of it, and literally time in real life I couldn't afford to carry on mucking around. I had, in my case anyway, I had isolated the problem to the info display extension mod. But essentially the problems I was having was this mixer ordinarily wouldn't... I thought it should take from the bale. As you can see, I've got 7,000 litres of hay in here. That's all I've been able to get in here. If I pop a silage bale on top of this trigger, it drops in no problem at all. But a hay bale, it either does or it doesn't. And when I first tried it, it was freezing. The game froze and my character froze. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't save the game. And I had to keep on... The number of times that I lost my place in the game, I had to keep on picking up this entire entire field of straw and this entire field of grass, of hay, sorry, probably 4 times. So yeah, it was getting a little bit much. But needless to say, I went through my log, and the info display extension mod was kicking up hundreds of LUA errors. So I've turned that mod off, and sure enough, everything so far, touch wood, seems okay. So yeah. But like I say, accept my apologies for cheaping out and using Universal Auto Load to get those bales picked up. But what can I say? Hopefully, the time lapse that I might have managed to put together there probably won't show any evidence of it. I hope. Obviously, like I say, the magic of editing. But either way, that was a nightmare. Anyway, right. Nightmare over, hopefully. That's the main thing. But now it's 4 o'clock, and I can now crack on with getting this harvest done. That's what I've been hoping to get done by the end of play today. So right, so I'm going to send this tractor off via auto drive to field 9. That's the one we're going to harvest. So let me just bring up my auto drive menu. In fact, no, let me go and open the doors first, because if I fire that off on its way, it's just going to bash her into these big doors, isn't it? So let's get these open so it can find its way to the field. We are going to jump in the combine harvester and drive over there. We'll get this harvest done, get it into the silo, and then at least then I know I've got it done. Because if I, like I said earlier in the video, if I jump into next month, there's a strong chance that crop's going to wither. So where are we? Where's my fields? Field 9. There we go. You get off on your way. Good stuff. Like I say, I'm going to jump in this harvester, and I'll see you over at the field very shortly. And here we are. There we go. Field 9. Field of barley. So I'm going to... I think I'll just try and... Oh, goodness me. Try my best to just pop the header trailer, hopefully, here. Hope it's not going to topple down into the river there. Just do my best not to reverse into my crop. There we are. Carefully does it. Go full Austin Powers there. Get that connected. Lovely stuff. Right, so... let's get her unfolded, get this barley out the ground, and back over to the farm.
I
There we go. Barley done. Now, ordinarily, I tend to kind of wait till we get back at the farm to go through some numbers, but don't need to in this instance because we haven't even got a full trailer's worth. In total, it's almost a full trailer. Let's not beat about the bush. It's we've got 16,030 litres included. We've got 791 left in the hopper behind me here, and at the minute, 15,239 in the trailer. And there we go. You can see from the top right-hand corner, 97% full, 16,029 to be precise. So there we go. Right, let's pull the pipe in. Job done. Obviously we need to come back to this field. That'll no doubt be in the next episode and get this straw picked up. Now the weather forecast has given rain for that's coming 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, so hopefully if we can get the timing sorted and get up early enough, we'll potentially get out here and get the straw picked up first thing, so it doesn't get rained on. Get it at least picked up, stuck on the trailer, and brought back over to the bale shed before the rain comes. But we shall see. I think that'll be one of the things we have to get done first. But I am glad that we've got that barley out the ground before midnight tonight. And why is that tractor not moving? Still in flight mode, forgive me. There we go. Let me just flick between my tractors. I think it's because it's set to 100%, so let's just fire you off on your way. There we go. Planning path, yeah. Lovely stuff. Right. I suppose I'll let him go for... No, I'll fire off ahead. I'm sure I won't be holding him up too much. Right, so, anyway. Back to the farm. Let's get all this tidied up. Here we go. Class is on its way back now. I couldn't believe I beat it back, to be honest, but I've been waiting here for a good few minutes. Come on, you. Pull your socks up. And there we go. Kind of wait for it to get tipped into the silo, and then we can see what it'll be worth and when it'll be worth. Top dollar. Or euro, in this case. There we go. In you go. This trailer does take a few seconds or two. It's a wonderful trailer, though. 4D modding. Let's wait for that to do its thing. Awesome noises as well. There we are. Look at that. Golden grain. Right. So, time-saving stock check, everybody. Let's jump in and have a look. Where's my mouse cursor gone? There we are. Right, so barley, 16,029 litres, 4,464 euros at the minute, max value 6,070. Okay, so, and again, that's January, much like the wheat, that's January, so 12, so we've got 18,200, give or take a bit, yeah, 18,200 euros worth of grain in the silo for January, so... That'll do for me, for a start, considering the fields had no prep, no fertiliser, no liming or anything like that, no weeding, none of that. It's just what the game gave us to start off with. That'll do for me. So, nice one. Very happy with that. But I think for today's episode, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call it here. I know in the background it's been a very long one for me, this one, especially mainly because of all that faffing around with the game crashing before as a result of the update and the info display extension. But... funnily enough, I did have a quick peek before, and there is actually an update for info display extension as well now, so maybe that would have sorted the problem, but I'll make sure those mods are updated for next time, make sure they don't cause any more problems. So anyway, there we go. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I really do hope you have enjoyed the video and found it a little bit of fun. As always, if you're new to the channel and you like my content, you like the way I'm doing things, please consider hitting that subscribe button and jumping on board, joining the channel. Please consider giving the video a like if you can. It does do wonders, helps the YouTube algorithm do its thing. And as always, there are a host of links in the video description below with my Giants Partner promo code. If any of you are in the market for purchasing Farming Simulator 25 and you like the idea of supporting the channel and helping out a creator, as always, I would be massively appreciative. And of course, if any of you are looking for an online server to play with your mates, and again, you like the idea of supporting the channel and helping out a creator, and also like the idea of a 10% reduction in the price, please consider using my G-Portal affiliate link, which will be in the video description below. As previously, any help and support there would be massively appreciated. So thank you very much for your time again, everyone. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.